Hi, I'm John Stevens. I am a senior tutor, senior lecturer at the Royal College of Art in London. I'm primarily dealing with the Global Innovation Design Programme, the Master's Programme at the RCA, and I'm very excited to be invited to be part of the judging panel for the Keleidoverse competition. Well, yes, from my background, which is very diverse, I'm fascinated to see what the freedom of the metaverse will lead to. We've already seen the change of design over recent years to be much more systemic. We see designers really including the wider system, the context that they are designing for, and working across disciplines and working with others from multiple disciplines. And I think within the freedom and the openness of the metaverse, there's so many opportunities for designers to draw on and work with multiple disciplines to really push the boundaries of what's possible. I think designing for these emerging opportunities in the emerging technologies is so exciting, such an exciting opportunity, whether you're designing around identity and self-expression from a fashion standpoint, or whether you're creating objects in a virtual space or places and spaces where people can interact and gather, or you're creating systems in which people can interact and experience. I think in all of those opportunities, there's so much freedom and potential. I think that my advice and my hope is that whatever people come up with, that they're thinking about these wider questions of what do we want people to experience, what do we want these worlds to be, and to ensure that they make sense in terms of our real world. What will they do for us in our real lives? And to make sure that they are not simply substitutes for reality, but that they are real um, valuable additions to our real world and our real lives. I would encourage designers to really push the boundaries around what's possible because there is so much freedom, but also to get to explore the balance of what's familiar so that it makes sense for us to explore what will be the worlds that we create when there are so few limits to what can be created. We want things that can be uh, new enough and delightful enough, and yet somehow that we're able to connect to and understand and make sense of. And I think beyond that, designing a purposeful experience, we need to think about what do we want people to be? How do you want us to explore your world? Do you want it to be as a citizen, as a participant, as a tourist, an observer, a voyeur, a consumer, a producer, a collaborator? There's so many ways that people can be active in these new interactions with the virtual system and with other people in these new worlds. And I think that's an immensely exciting opportunity. I expect to see some beautifully executed and imaginative versions of experiences that we might hope to see in real life, but also I want to see imaginative and free exploration of environments and experiences. And it is an opportunity to really let loose the creativity, but we also expect to see technical excellence in the way these things are visualized, the way they are embodied. So that's what I would personally be looking for, and also this connection with real life and a demonstration of an understanding of the people, the real people who will be using and interacting with these offerings, so that we always keep that at the heart and think about the value that we might bring to their lives, to our lives. So that's essentially that's important to me. In terms of inspiration, I would urge our competitors to explore the existing designs that are designed for the real world, the constraints of the real world. Think about what really works in terms of delight and function, but also look to what doesn't work and to think about how you might do things differently when you're freed of those constraints of reality and create your own reality. Also, look at digital arts, look at the works of studios like Anadol's digital arts studios, that the creations that people are making in terms of algorithmic generative art, which is immersive and quite captivating and beautiful, and can be a great source of inspiration for designing in 2 and 3 dimensions, in motion, and within the realms of these new worlds that you are going to create.